So hello and welcome. Welcome. We are starting the Not So Berry Challenge. The Not So Berry Challenge is a challenge that was thought up and started by Little Simsy, who is a YouTuber who is extremely talented at building and good at The Sims. She came up with this challenge all the way back in 2017. It's been updated a few times. It has a whole lot of rules. I am going to link down in the description the link to her Tumblr page, which is where I got the rules that we're going to be following. But basically, the Not So Berry Challenge, and this is quoting from Little Simsy's Tumblr page, says, "Do you like the rainbow? Do you like the idea of playing with berry Sims but hate berry Sims? Do you want to mess around with some aspects of the game that you've never used before? Then boy, do I have the challenge for you. Welcome to the Not So Berry Challenge, a 10-generation legacy challenge with a focus on bright colors and new experiences. There are a lot of rules, and we are, going to follow them as good as we can, but the basics are each heir must represent the color of the generation. Like with hair, makeup, clothing, you don't have to color their skin, that's good, It is an option, but, it's okay. The colors of your spouses as you go through do not matter. They are not a part of the challenge, and unless otherwise stated, you can pick your own spouse and do whatever you want with them. You can use money cheats, but not excessively. So for this Not So Berry Challenge, I thought about doing free real estate and getting our Not So Berry beginning generation a really nice house, but then I decided to make her a tiny home, which you will be seeing here in a few seconds. We do have to keep the lifespan on normal. We may live wherever we want to unless something is specified in the rules of a generation, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we are starting with the mint generation, and I started with a just randomized sim and kind of tweaked her to make her the way I feel like she should be. I actually thought that the randomized sim that we got was actually kind of cute. I changed a couple little details and the hair and stuff, but other than that, I think she is awesome. I wanted to go with a mint themed name, and honestly, Mint Julep just seemed like it was perfect. I did think about naming her Peppermint. That was my second choice, but then I decided nah. And of course I gave her the last name Berry because that just seems to make perfect sense to me. So this is Julep Berry. She is a vegetarian. She is jealous, and she's a little bit materialistic. She really wants to be the chief of mischief, and she is going to be a scientist. The rules for this generation are to master the scientist career and complete the chief of mischief aspiration. We also must master the mischief and the logic skills and complete the elements collection. So I think it's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. And I also think designing a house for her is going to be just as much fun. Like I said, I decided that a tiny home is what I wanted, and I kind of wanted it to be a little bit cottagey and a little bit cozy. She's probably going to move as the challenge goes on, maybe when she finds a partner and gets married. But for now, she is going to be living her single girl dreams in this absolutely cute and cozy little cottage that I am developing for her. Now, I tried to keep as much minty color as I could in it, but some of the swatches don't exactly match, and her house is a little bit bare bones because I did not begin with any sort of a budget in mind other than the basic budget that The Sims gives me. So it is what it is. The house is a little bit small and a little bit empty, but we can decorate it as we go, especially with all these elements that we are going to be collecting. So, Generation 1's description, which was also written by the very talented little Simsy, is: you are a mischievous scientist that really loves the color mint. You're career driven, but you still make time for silly pranks and outings with your closest friends. You love luxury, and you want the best for yourself and your family. So I do have to confess, I am going to try my hardest not to be too derivative of the one Not So Berry challenge that I have been watching for the last couple years, and that is the one that has been going by Kelsey in Pichake. You may know her from her various Sims challenges. I think she blew up and got really, really big doing the 100 Baby Challenge. She's a very good YouTuber. I wish I could be even a tenth as talented as she is at being personable. But you know what? I'm me, she's her. We're not the same person. I do feel like I am getting a lot better at this whole building and decorating thing as I go along. But, you know, I'm never going to be a James Turner. I'm never going to be a Kelsey and Peacha K. And I'm never going to be a little Simsy. I'm just going to be Christine. So if this sounds like a lot of fun to you, the way it sounds like a lot of fun to me, join me as we live out Julep's first day of life and see what kind of mischief we can get up to. Anyway, on to the gameplay. So, all right, we are ready to start with our wonderful Julep Berry in her Tier 2 tiny home. You know, she is ready to roll. We are ready to check out all of the fun that is to be had. Now, with this challenge, we need to do a couple of things. Actually, the first thing we need to do is mop that floor. Now, Julep, as we all know, is... got to get to the right panel here. There we go. No, that's not the right panel. Anyway, she is materialistic. She's a little bit jealous, so I think the first thing she needs to do is go admire her new possessions, and then we need to start our job as a scientist. We also do need to get a little bit of mischief going, but we can probably do that if the welcome wagon comes. Julep is materialistic. Materialistic Sims need to buy new things and to enjoy admiring and discussing their belongings. You know, she just has a need to admire her possessions, to be like, look at my beautiful things. She's also, it looks like, watching a little bit of TV. I don't know, what are we watching, Julep? Now, she does need to be the chief of mischief, which is her aspiration. She needs to perform 10 mean or mischievous interactions and be disliked by 2 Sims. So she's, you know, she's got to have a little bit going on here. But, like I said, the first thing we actually need to do is find a job. So let us pull out our phone, look at it, and see about finding a job. She's like, what do I want to do with my life? Well, I know what you want to do with your life. You would like to be a scientist. Calling all brains, are you the nerdy type who aspires to one day wear tin foil on your head and decorate your studio with huge bubbly tanks? A scientist who proves that they've got the gray matter to challenge the world as we know it can unlock new outfits like the UFO hunter, or objects like a swanky new chemistry lab for concocting inventions and serums. That sounds awesome. Let's become a lab technician. from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Awesome. We are now a lab technician at Future Sim Labs. We will start on Monday, so tomorrow morning. So before that, we do need to have 2 breakthroughs. We can have breakthroughs at almost any time. We are in a contemplative, gardening, reading, or performing experiments. Pretty awesome. Now, the other thing we need to do is we do need to start collecting elements, because that is another thing that Julep needs to do, is complete the elements collection. So you know what? Why don't we go do a little digging, go see what we can find just kind of around our own place here. You know, I'm seeing a little bit out in the world. Maybe not a lot, but we can look. We can see what is around, especially since the welcome wagon didn't show up. Oh, we found some common upgrade parts. Well, let's go see what's over in this dig spot. She's like, I am out. It is a beautiful spring day. I am going to go all the way around here. Maybe we'll even meet some of the neighbors. You know, get to know some people. Get our mischief skill going here. But first, we'll see if we can't dig up a few more things. All right, we've got some wild mushrooms. We've got a snapdragon over there. Oh, we found a rose crystal. Oh, and we are going to meet somebody. This is Simeon's silver sweater. Oh, and the welcome wagon is here, so we better get over and let Eliza Pancakes in. Hello, why don't you come on in, Eliza? Oh, and there is our neighbor, Bob Pancakes. Now, if you have ever played The Sims, the Pancakes family is kind of notorious. Also, if you missed it, this is our very cute house. I'm actually quite proud of that. Actually, you couldn't have missed it because it should have been part of this very video, so... Julep, you are letting the neighbors just stand on the porch. It almost feels rude. She's like, I will get there in my own sweet time. I will meet these neighbors. I will invite them in. I am feeling happy because I love things.
Rafa. Yes.
All right. She's like, hello, welcome. Come on in. You know, Bob, we should maybe do a little friendly introduction to Bob as well. He's put the fruitcake down. He's like, look, I have dropped you off a fruitcake. Hello.
The samba.
She's like, hello, Mr.
Bimby.
Pancakes. I need to perform some mischievous actions here. You know, well, maybe... I'm sure we have mischief here somewhere.
Ana Diola.
Mischief, here we go.
Sigluna.
Maybe we'll do,
Chabina.
we'll lie about our career.
Sibu
We'll be like,
Floride.
I am not a lab
West
technician.
Brenham.
I am actually the
Slovenia.
head scientist
Orveni.
at the
Bouchard's
lab
Potion.
nearby.
Desmigos Karenchi Nivazali.
Eliza's like, are you kidding me? Really?
Chilurbarinka.
Aber das Snushta.
Bob's like, I don't believe
Oh,
you.
Zarzuya. No, Tiru.
They didn't like that, but you know what? Julep thinks it's fine.
You
You know, maybe we'll,
Clevite?
start a
Parhiba?
preposterous rumor.
Singula Betessa.
You know, we don't have to be liked by our
Jeffinow
neighbors.
Nuloy.
We are going to be the chief of mischief.
Kitsuni. Karenzi.
Bob's like, talk to the hand.
Hinosa.
Oh, and now we're embarrassed.
Vep.
Where can I hide? That was an awkward conversation.
Yoba.
Julep's like, that was a little bit awkward.
Nahu.
She's gonna go talk to herself in the mirror. Give yourself a little pep talk, my girl.
Bamboy.
You got this.
Bimba.
It was fun. You had a
course I
couple
felt it.
mischievous interactions. But you know, we could make Bob and Eliza dislike us. We could start beef with our neighbor. You know what? Why don't we go over here and see if we can't trick old Bob with a hand buzzer. You know, get off on the right foot with these neighbors. We'll put the walls down so it's a little bit easier to see. She's like, you know, I'm a little embarrassed. but we'll do a little hand buzzer action. Well, Julep thinks it's fun.
Ring
Oh, Bob liked
Shalbo.
it. That's
Oh,
pretty
Bonnie.
awesome.
Jasane.
You know,
But
let's
Tanabi
invite him to a fake party.
Bayen.
Why not?
Befete Pelka.
We've at least gone to a casual discussion. Eliza's just over there like, I'm not paying any attention to this woman.
Rebex.
Oh,
those are
he does not like that at all, does he? But we are now mischief level 2. So, you know, it is what it is. You don't have to like
Panipa
us.
Spoid.
You
Finam.
know, why don't we...
Fobalsopi. Piff of the zoo. Neeb.
Not
Free but
insult.
Naya
Let's see if we
flu.
can't start an argument. Let's
Yanka
argue
Bamu.
about
Zamba
politics.
Mibs. Batanabe.
She's like,
Abimo
I cannot
Yaf.
believe that
Hoi voi.
you think that
Yabimi.
Jeffrey Landgrab
Gomez.
has anything on
Infallimus.
Mortimer Goff.
Wabarani Bayumi. Squirmish.
Uh-oh.
Oaksa Chippa North Galoof. Tarch.
Bob's like,
River Bob.
I can't believe you like Mortimer Goff.
Joan.
Well, I think Mortimer Goff should be president. Oh,
Sawata, Bima,
I don't know if he
Seneca
dislikes us
Belinda
yet.
Grinia.
At least not enough.
Bonjing the frog did.
Well, you know what?
Elna Nefi.
Maybe we can
Hey, Samba
just insult him a little bit. Julep
Guna
has got
aim
some
Hugo.
sass. You know?
Flizza.
Womberg.
Bouchard.
Now they seem to be feeling
Oben.
pretty good. Oh, maybe not. You know, maybe we'll slap him silly.
Vina Iffle Imb.
Ooh, no, let's scare him. You know, we don't like Bob, obviously. Eliza's like, I am ignoring the two of you. Actually, I think Eliza's kind of into this. We'll do a little shove.
Bubba?
She's like, look over there. Boo! Ha!
Hansel Zoom.
I was like, I didn't see anything. What is up
Narshkel.
with you? What is your problem?
Canafe Makosa.
You know, maybe we'll do a little slap 'em silly. That always works.
Zamba.
Oh, he's like, no, no, no. No, no, no. You are not as good as you think you are. You know what, Bob? We're going to argue about music now because I cannot believe that you are into, like, I don't know. What music would Bob be
Wabarani
into?
Bayumi. Squirmish.
Posen Diaf.
She's like,
Rez Vongo Bishna.
I cannot believe that you don't like
Vanessa. Bahira.
whatever group I like.
Andula.
Oh, Eliza seems to be on our side. I think we're going to be
Jabi.
besties with Eliza.
Simse Chorb.
Ooh. Oh,
Free.
he's like, oh, no, 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 young
Sizay
lady.
Borbanehi.
I personally am
Abenel
totally
Funeda
into
Zonks.
children's lullaby music.
Hey, Samba Klorshin.
She's
Russell
like,
Block.
oh, heck no.
Xana
Cottage
Hoy.
core is just where
Gimbro
it's at.
Wadida. Huh?
Baziric.
Harsha Wibisu.
I personally
Oh,
think
fresh.
that
Cobble.
you need to know about the terribly bad news that I have for you.
Enazuk E.
Ooh,
Sugar Blue.
we're a little bit angry now. Actually,
Nibs.
we're very angry. I should go
Watanabe.
calm her down now.
Yaf.
Dweeva Zombo Fazoom.
You know what?
Snurb,
Let's
Tip
take
Tip.
an angry
Gah,
poop.
Wasp.
Calm yourself down a little bit. Try to calm down.
Oh,
Oh, but we have performed 10 meaner mischievous actions. You know, I think Julep is a bit of an overachiever.
Oh, Corbin.
Eliza's like, "Ugh, I don't think I like you that much either. All right, we're going to take an angry poop. We don't want to die on our first day.
Grants.
That could be terrible.
Whoa.
All right. Bob, are you knocking over our trash can? All right. Well, Eliza, it was good of you to come over. I'm going to try to calm down a little bit. Get off this very angry thing. There we go. Bye, Bob. Smell you later. All right. See you later, Eliza. It was kind of good to get to know you. I don't like your husband very much. But you know what? That's okay. We have it. Let's see if we like fruitcake. Now, if Julep takes after me, I am doubting that she is going to enjoy this very much, but we'll find out. Julep is like, all right. Oh, she loves it. Was there really any fruit in that cake? It doesn't matter. It was delicious. All right, well, you know what? Why don't we clean everything up? And I will put this fruitcake away. It doesn't exactly seem like something I would love to eat, but you know what? Julep is not me, obviously. All right, I think we have had a very successful first day. She is absolutely disliked by Bob Pancakes, which I think is just fine. I think we do need to possibly start getting our logic skill up. So, you know what we're going to do? We are going to maybe clean up our books, and then we're going to open up our bookcase because we do need to buy a couple of skill books. So let's pick up maybe logic, you know, just get that started. I feel like it will help. So let's see here. Logic. It's probably in alphabetical order. You know what? We're going to get, I think we have enough money to get the first 2 skill books. So we'll get that cleaned up. Thank you for ordering. Now we will open up our bookshelf and get out our new logic skill. What have we got here? There we go. Let's read logic level 1. I know that you love the TV, but we do need to think about our career. Look at her go. All right. So yeah, that seems to have been Julep's first day. We have started on our element collection. I'm going to have to read up more about the element collecting and see what all we need to do to actually complete that. But that's something we can work on throughout her life. She's also listening to some music. She's got it going on. She's listening to electronica, which is very cool. And yeah, that is where we are going to leave it. A little bit shorter today because we had the building and the designing of Julep. But I hope you are looking as much forward to this as I am. Next week we will be going to work with Julep because the scientist career is an active career, and I think it's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. So look forward to that. Also, you know, it's never too early to start leaving me baby names for our next generation, which will be the Rose generation. And yeah, that's about it. And Julep seems to like electronica. Awesome. Good to know. Julep, say goodnight to everybody while you keep on learning logic, and we will see you next week.
A beamy.